love me or let me go.
I'm going to say that's a trick because we all know probably the Jets are going to give him like a stupid bag as a 33-year-old free agent receiver who hasn't played a full season in like 4 years.
I just want to hear an apology because you said AJ Green is better than Julio Jones. I told you.
You did tell me that.
I said, bro, he's gonna go. He's from the Bengals.
He's
never gonna leave.
You see how I admit when I'm wrong? You see that? Yeah.
I admit when I'm wrong too. I admit when I'm wrong too.
What were you trying to drag me about on Twitter this last week?
I don't even remember anymore because I gave it to God. I gave it to God already.
You were trying to fucking... Oh, Saquon.
Not over it.
You were trying to drag me on Saquon.
You said Saquon was trash.
I've already walked that back like 30 times.
Why are you bringing it back up then? You're doing what I used to do.
I'm just saying.
You're doing what I used to do.
Just saying.
You're just bringing up some shit that I already admitted that I'm going to stop trolling you for.
Okay, you're right.
That's the treat.
Next one.
But yeah,
Baker Mayfield hit a walk-off in a press conference. He pretty much got annoyed with the question they were asking about.
It was a dumb question.
The offense executing and like their attitude.
He's like, "Did you not want to score?" He was like, "Well, of course I want to score. Why would I not want to score? That's a stupid question. Why would you ask that?"
But yeah, Baker Mayfield going off, was that a trick or a treat?
That's a trick. I'm gonna say it's a trick for the simple fact that it's to the point where Odell had to come out and speak up on his behalf. Damn. I think Baker just ran his mouth too much and he overshot his gun. He stopped over delivering and started like over promising shit. He should have just stayed quiet, especially since they don't have tackles worth a damn, and Freddie Kitchens is not the guy to lead this team. And they traded away Genard Avery, which was stupid because he was a good developmental pass rusher. They just weren't using him correctly. Like, the defense had everything it needed, and then you go and you start picking at things and hemorrhaging things. It's just bad. It's bad. It's a trick.
All right, and then let's move it to let's make it a awards edition. All right,
not take or tangent. What would you say?
Same thing. I'll give you a statement. You tell me if it's a trick or treat.
Okay.
Nick Bosa will win Defensive Player of the Year. Is that a trick or a treat?
Who wrote this trash-ass question? That's a trick.
Why?
Because he's not the Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He's among the sack leaders and tackle leaders. And
he plays on a loaded defense with a bunch of former first-round picks who otherwise were almost considered busts. Who would you give it to then? His brother? His brother isn't a rookie.
I said Defensive Player of the Year. I didn't say Rookie Defensive Player of the Year.
Myles Garrett. Either Myles Garrett or... Yeah, I would have to probably go with Myles Garrett because Aaron Donald has fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, Myles Garrett actually has 10 sacks this year. I think he's leading, right?
Yeah. Gotta give it to Myles Garrett. He's the most unstoppable defensive player in football. There's no one better than Myles Garrett.
I'm giving it to
Jamal Adams.
I'm giving it to one of the Bosa brothers, honestly. They might even sweep. Knowing the Associated Press, it would not surprise me. It would be some MAGA shit, and they would give it to them. It would not surprise me if they cleaned up those awards. All right,
and then they'd be like, we want to thank President Trump, and then half of the room would be like, yeah, but because we don't want to talk about how a lot of journalists are actually kind of Trump supporters and assholes. But whatever, it's another story.
I don't think that's true, but
that was just a random tangent.
Yeah.
I didn't really mean anything behind it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just say shit. You know that, right?
Yeah. At least you admit it.
See, I admit when I'm wrong. Adjacently.
I think we could take a poll of your closest friends, and you wouldn't like the results of it. Let's just put it to you like that.
But if we flipped it, y'all wouldn't like it either. So,
all right.
Get to the good ones.
The MVP will be Patrick Mahomes again. Is that a trick or a treat?
I don't like that you audibled out of the play I called. He's definitely not winning. That's a trick.
I don't know what play you're talking about.
I'm talking about the rundown, the questions,
or the statements. Half of these are we've already talked about, and the other half are trash.
No, not the last two.
The last one we already talked about.
The one after the Bengals one.
That one, I mean,
number 6.
I mean, that deserves more than like a trick or a treat.
What a tease.
I figured you would just talk about that in your rundown because
what a tease.
Since it touches on a lot of your triggers.
Because this person is your GOAT. But all
right. You want to just bring it up now?
I mean, what was the next one you had after that one?
I was just gonna do one for
because I already ran through college football.
I was gonna do one for offensive rookie of the year.
Let me guess, Nick Bosa.
You stupid. You stupid.
He got a pick. He can play tight end, bro.
You stupid. Well, give me one for offensive rookie of the year.
Offensive rookie of the year. Terry McLaurin, receiver out of Ohio State, leading receiver for the Deadskins. He's like one of a couple players in the NFL history to have 5 catches and 70 yards in like 4 or 5 straight games. Like, and he's doing it with trash. He's what
would be the other option?
The other option. Let's see. Who? Josh Jacobs.
Kyler Murray?
No, Josh Jacobs. Don't kid yourself. Josh Jacobs is carrying the Raiders' offense.
It's a tough one.
DK Metcalf? Maybe.
Nah.
He actually is like second in receiving yardage for rookie receivers.
I mean, it's tough for me to.
They've been quiet this year.
It's tough for me to say that's a treat because he's playing for the Deadskins and they're so trash.
But he's a quality receiver.
So.
And the Raiders should have picked him, but they didn't.
I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs for obvious reasons.
Josh Jacobs just has to do it because there's been no better rookie running back than him.
All right. So, is there another one you want to give me before we close it out?
Antonio Cromartie said in a Bleacher Report post.
How am I going to answer if this is a trick or a treat?
Is this even the right episode on the board?
Yeah, wow, that was
how am I going to answer if this is a trick or treat?
How are you going to answer it?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you what he said.
All right. But still, that's still not like how.
That's kind of a trick or treat.
How's okay? Antonio Cromartie said he got cut by the Colts.
And his career was over because he took a knee.
Kenny, is that a trick or a treat?
Part of me wants to say it's a treat, but I feel like it's kind of a trick.
Why?
Because, yeah, that may be true for the Colts, but nobody else picked him up. And the sheer fact that everybody knows Antonio Cromartie can't tackle. So, like, yeah, you're going to pay him $2 million to cover and be a serviceable corner at his age, and the NFL draft pumps out like 30 corners a year. So it's just smart money to not throw money at him. Even though I think it's both, but I would say it's a trick that his career was over because he took a knee.
All right, last point. Best costume you saw this week on social media across athletes.
Josh Allen was Black Panther. That was a good one. But I'm gonna, damn it. A
lot of people sleeping on Lamar Jackson as Harry Potter.
That was really good too.
One. Yeah.
Disrespected. He stays getting disrespected. But can I have like a tie?
I liked Hopkins as
Genie.
Yeah.
And then, but Deshaun Watson took it another level with Jack Skellington.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
Him and his girl.
I didn't see that one.
He took that shit to another level.
I didn't see that one.
I wonder who Nick Bosa was for Halloween.
Trump just threw a Magna hat on?
And Joey was probably the VP.
Ouch. All right, man. So that about brings it to a close. Do you want to give a rant?
Yeah, I'll give a quick rant.
All right.
I just want to say, people really we're going to have to be honest one day and look back at this Patriots team and say, yeah, they had a great defense. That was probably better than that defense that went to the Super Bowl. But they've had like the easiest schedule in football. Like, most of their division is trash. Like, yeah, Buffalo is like 5-2.
I think this is the best defense they've had.
Probably ever. I would say
ever. Like, out of all their defenses, how they always get overrated, I think this is the only one that actually like deserves it.
From a team defense standpoint, I don't think there's a Richard Seymour here, but there is like a Stephon Gilmore, and they got McCourty, who's really good.
Adjacent?
Huh?
Ty Law adjacent?
Nah, he's bigger than He's bigger and faster than Ty Law. Yeah, Stephon Gilmore is like a bigger, taller Ty Law mixed with Asante Samuel. Because if you throw it at him, he will get picks. And he's just a great player coming out of South Carolina. But I would just say that like this might be one of the easiest Super Bowls Tom Brady might ever win because his defense is so dominant.
Well, especially if he plays his little bro Jimmy G.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Like I that's why like I wouldn't want to watch it. And it's just I just wouldn't. I probably wouldn't watch it, but only if I would watch I go to Super Bowl parties, but yeah, whatever. Other than that, Earl Campbell, who's not better than Marshawn Lynch. I said it. We can all fight about it. Love you, T. Pete swears that Earl Campbell's better than Marshawn Lynch. I don't see it, but okay. He said for Texas to win, they need a black quarterback. And he also said, like, Nick Saban did everything he could to try to break Jalen Hurts' spirit, but look what he's doing at Oklahoma. He's about to win a Heisman, and he's playing almost so effortlessly that it just looks easy. And like Tua, technically Samoans, Polynesians are kind of part black if you trace the history back. But that's the whole diaspora thing, and technically all African out of Africa. So technically everyone's a little bit African, but whatever, that's a whole nother story. That's not really relevant. But he brought up Tua's name, he brought up Jalen Hurts, he brought up Deshaun Watson, Mahomes, he's like all the black quarterbacks in the league, they're killing with their arm and they're making moves with their legs. Like, you kind of have to acknowledge that. You say even Cam, he's hurt, but like you gotta acknowledge that black quarterbacks are moving the needle, and Sam Ehlinger's good, but like he's not really doing it for the Longhorns. Like when Texas had Vince Young, guess what? They won a national title. Like Texas needs a black quarterback, which was bold for him to say because we know the history of Texas and racism and how, they were one of the last teams that let black players on the team. And then they had that bullshit movie about Texas, the football team, but Darrell Royal, apparently that coach was racist, and there's a bunch of shit that happened there, but that's a whole other story. You can go look it up and just start history of racism in Texas football, but Texas specifically, how they only loved white boys. But, by the way, Sam Ehlinger has like 30 touchdowns and like 5 picks this year. He's statistically, yeah, I'm wrapping it up, Pete. He's kind. We started at 8:30 or whatever. Relax. But anyway, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. And I do think, if more black quarterbacks were allowed to actually play quarterbacks, you would see a whole continental shift. That's not saying white quarterbacks aren't good, because there are some great ones. Wow, he really just said Sam Darnold. But anyway, rest in peace to John Witherspoon, the original Pops, Mr. Bang Bang Bang, Mr. Hot Sauce on Your Burrito, Mr. You Live to Fight Another Day, Mr. Hit him, Craig, hit him, Craig, hit him, Craig, get up, Craig, get up, Craig. He's a man, baby, let him do it on his own. Mr. Debo got knocked the fuck out. Mr. It was cold that night. Mr. You just slapped the shit out of your mama. Yeah, shout out to John Witherspoon, rest in peace. Boondocks legend. Just all around comedic legend.
I'm glad you threw that in as an afterthought, though.
Passed on at the age of 77. Lived a wonderful long life. Salute to John Witherspoon. A real one.
I think I'm going to have to take away your black nerd card again because you really just downplayed Boondocks massively.
He's known for Friday.
But yeah, man.
I could go 20 minutes on Boondocks, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let you do that.
All right.
We good?
Yeah. I just had to address that. Sorry.
Like, nah, I was getting to the Boondocks.
The black nerd community sent me a fax right now.
Well, the black community can fight.
I said the black nerd.
The black nerd community has my phone number. But anyway, yeah. I just am going to say this on the strength, and everybody knows it. There better be a tribute to him in the new Boondocks. And they better bring Cat Williams back.
I'm pretty sure they will, considering it's a lot of the original creators.
They better bring back Cat Williams to just be a surrogate father figure to Huey and Riley. as a pimp named Slickback.
All right. So on that note,